Satnam. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to enter into a restorative practice, a rejuvenative practice, and really a reset practice for our nervous system. So we'll move through Satya, which is taught by Prajna Yoga, and really is an offering to repattern the nervous system, to reset the nervous system. I'll invite you to join me lying down on the floor when you're ready. So we begin here on the earth. Take a moment and just check in. See the shoulder blades are gently tucked underneath you. And if the low back is tender, then bend the knees. Rest your feet on the earth. If you feel energized in the low back, go ahead and stretch your legs long. So either with the legs extended out or the knees bent here, whichever feels good to you. We'll just pause to close the eyes. Soften the tongue, relax the jaw, relax the brow. Just witnessing breath as it moves. And allowing for this moment of dropping the body, this moment of dropping bones, dropping skin, releasing into gravity. Present to the breath, present to the mind, and maybe even what's moving through the emotions. Now, if your legs are stretched long, then gently bend the knees, stepping the feet onto the earth. Just a comfortable distance from the sits bones, feet about hip width apart. Now the first wave, our spinal undulations, we're going to inhale, rock the hips forward. So I'm slightly exaggerating here as we rock the hip bones forward to the front surface of the thigh, tailbone, sits bone press to the earth, and there's a little arching of the low back. So we inhale, rock forward. And then we exhale, rock the hips toward the rib cage, and then feel the tailbone lengthen. So there's really this rooting of the top of the sacrum, the low back into the earth. So we inhale, roll the hips forward, gently arching the low back. And then exhale, rock the hips back, lengthen the tailbone. So continue this way. Inhale, rolling the pelvis forward toward the thigh bones. And then exhale, drawing the hips, the pelvis toward the solar plexus. And we want these movements to be slow and steady. So here's this opportunity to repattern the nervous system, slowing down. So we start to move out of this place of fight, of flight, of maybe even freeze, when we're in the sympathetic nervous system. When we slow down, we can repattern to go back into the parasympathetic nervous system of rest, digestion, regeneration, of harmony and balance. Continue rocking, rolling, undulating through the pelvis. Hydrating and nourishing the connective tissue, the fascia tissue, the honeycomb of the body that often adheres. There's some calcification, some stiffness, some stuckness without therapeutic movement, repatterning movement. There's this narrowing down of the tissue. So with movements like Satya, Feldenkrais, somatic releases, we tend to grip within the fascia tissue. So now as the hips rock forward, nod the chin into the chest. So you're arching the lumbar, lengthening the cervical, and then exhale, rock the hips toward the rib cage, roll back on the head, lengthen through the front of the throat. So we'll roll the hips forward, draw the chin in. And then exhale, rock the hips back, roll the head back. So we find the spinal undulation, this fluid tide of the body, this fluid tide of the breath. Really slowing down, resting here. It's like we're resting in this movement. Relax the jaw. Notice gripping in the throat and the eyes. And let's rest here. So come back to neutral. You can keep the knees bent, the feet grounded, or extend the legs long and just drop again. Dropping bones, dropping skin, allowing breath. This place to pause, this place to rest. We notice here, blood move, lymph move. These rivulets of energy through the body. And then I'll invite you to flex into the heel so that your toes are sprouting up to the ceiling. I'm going to adjust here. Good, so the toes are sprouting up. Notice any gripping or over gripping the kneecaps, quadriceps. So just a gentle activation. And we're going to move through the ankles. So we're going to point the right toes and then flex the right heel, draw the toes back toward the kneecap. And again, point the toes, point the ankle, and then exhale, flex into the heel, draw the toes back. So we're going to extend and flex with the breath. And you can relax the left foot, the left leg, and just focus on the right ankle. So ankle pumps to clear stagnation really in the ankle. And start to open the fascia tissue in the feet. You might even feel the calf muscle starting to pump. Last time. And then we'll relax the right leg and then start to point the left ankle, left toes. And then flex the left heel, draw the toes back. So continue, point and extend the left ankle and then flex the left ankle, draw the toes back toward the knee. Just a few times, back and forth with the breath. Eyes are easy, jaw is easy. Again, clearing stiffness, stuckness, stagnation from stomach meridian 41, which is right in the center of the ankle joint. So we have this wind gate here in the Chinese system where we can either have balance of energy, stagnant energy, or too much energy. We're looking for flow and balance. Also addressing the fascia tissue within the feet, really maybe exaggerating this movement without force, just explore. And last time. And then relax the left leg as you relax the right leg. Feel the bones drop again, the skin drop again. And see if you can just pause. Allow breath to flow. And then we'll flex into the heels again so both toes are sprouting up to the ceiling. Now we're going to slide and glide. So right heel reaches longer than the left. So as the right heel reaches long, left hip slides toward the left rib cage. And then back to neutral now. Left heel reaches away, right hip slides up toward the right rib cage. and then back to neutral. So right leg reaches away, long through the thigh bone, creating space into the hip. And then exhale, the femur comes back into the socket of the hip and we even out. Now, left inner heel lengthens, creating space. And then exhale, we nourish deep into the hip. So this is our movement. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, return. And left leg lengthen. Exhale, return. So we'll go again, lengthening out, returning, lengthening out, and returning. So I'll let you move on your own, really exploring what this feels like in your body. Trying to stay fluid in the movement, soft and smooth in the movement. So we're not insisting, we're not forcing, really allowing the movement to come through the breath as it expresses through the body. And at first we might feel a little ratchety in the movement, but as we start to smooth the nervous system, so the movement will smooth out as well. Last one, right side, and then last one, left side. Drop bones, drop skin, relax the legs, the ankles, bones of the arms, back of the head, back of the heart. Release the jaw, the brow, the eyes. Just feel the body almost as though it's expanding out as you drop into the earth. Now when you're ready on your next exhalation, let's again, I'm going to adjust in the screen, but you stay where you are, bend the knees, step the feet down. Good. So now feet about hip width apart. Comfortable distance between your heels and your sits bones. We're going to move asymmetrically through the pelvis, working on our out flare. So on the inhale, right knee moves out to the right, rocking to the outer edge of the right foot. And then on the exhale, the knee comes back to neutral. So here we go. Left leg opens out, coming to the outer edge of the left foot. And then exhale back to neutral. Simple flow. So continue. Inhale, we rock out. And then exhale, return. And again, inhale, rocking out. Exhale, return. Hydrating and nourishing deep into the ball-bearing joint of each hip. Creating ease in the sacrum. Just notice maybe one side feels a little bit more open or more resistant than the other. Really slowing down. Relax the jaw, relax the eyes, relax the brow. So wherever you're at, complete one more cycle, right side, and then left side. You can, if it feels good to you, take your legs long, drop the bones, drop the skin, rest into the earth. In the space of the pause, we notice how we feel, right? How we feel in the body, how we feel in the mind and the heart. Really present to sensation, thought patterns, emotional patterns. And then as you're ready, you can keep the legs long or bend the knees, step the feet down. Now from here, we're going to take the arms out to the side so palms are facing up to the sky. Now here's our movement. So just like we did with the legs, we're going to reach out through the bones of the arms. So on the inhale, simply extend out through the right arm. Imagine somebody's pulling the arm away from you. And then exhale, return to the midline. And then left side, inhale, reach out through the bone of the left arm. And then exhale, return. So again, reach out through the bones of the right arm, gliding and sliding over the earth. Exhale, return. And then left arm, maybe the chin turns, maybe not. Alternating sides. There's a sense of heaviness in the bones of the arms as we stretch out. So we're not resisting gravity, although there might be a slight lifting through the upper bone of the arm. And then as you go right side, maybe really this time lift the forearm and the right back of the hand like a ½ inch off of the floor. And then release back down. And then left arm, maybe lift the forearm, the back of the hand slightly, and then back to the earth. So try that out. If it feels okay for you, a couple times. Both sides. And we just notice. One more time, both sides. Maybe there's some tingling here as we start to release fascial restrictions. This one is so good, especially if we spend a lot of time on electronics or small work of the hands. So we're going to bring the arms alongside the body. You can stretch the legs long, drop bones, drop skin, rest. So now on the exhale, bend the right knee, step the right foot down, take the right arm out to the side, palm is facing up. Here's our movement. On the inhale, let your right knee drift to the left, press the inner edge of the right foot, and then reach through the right arm. Maybe even turn your gaze toward the right thumb, and then exhale back to the midline. So let's go again. Reach out through the right arm, press to the inner edge of the right foot, right knee gently nudges to the left, chin maybe to the right, and then back to neutral. Again, right arm reaches out. Press to the inner edge of the right foot, right knee reaches to the left. Now reach out through the inner left heel if that feels good. And then back to center. So take some away if it feels like too much and just focus on one or two pieces of the flow. Your breath be your guide. So really finding a wide breath, a steady breath to slow this movement down. Last time, right side. And then we'll switch. Take the right leg long, bend the left knee, adjust the right arm. Take the left arm out to the side. So now we'll start slow. Press to the inner left foot. Let your left knee drift to the right, and then reach through the left arm. This diagonal line, and then exhale, neutral. Again, press to the inner left foot, left knee reaches to the right, and then reach through the left arm, maybe chin to the left, and then back to neutral. Good, continue. Inhale as you extend through the diagonal line. And then exhale as you travel back to neutral. Inhale, press to the inner left foot, left knee to the right, reach through the left hand. Now this time maybe reach out through the inner right heel, just a little activation through the inner leg line. And then relax back to neutral. Now go as you like. Stay in the breath and take away if it feels like it's too much. Notice if we start to force or resist. Can you move the body like it's a body of water? So we find this fluid tide, like the waves of the ocean, the slow, easy tide. A gentle ocean today. Good. Last one. And then we come back to neutral. Slide the left leg long, adjust the left arm. Let's take the shoulder blades underneath us. And then just drop bones, drop skin, relax here. Let the back of the head press into the earth. Just feel the back of the head pressing into the earth. And then relax. Take your chin to the right. Let the right side of the head press down toward the earth. And then exhale back to normal, back to neutral. Now left ear rolls to the left. Allow the left side of the skull to root down, root down, root down. And then back to normal, back to neutral. Now roll back on the head, lengthen through the front of the throat, and then gently here root down through the skull. And then exhale back to neutral. Now chin to the throat. Allow the back of the head to root. And then relax. Heavy body. Heavy bones, heavy skin. Feel the back of the head melting, the back of the heart descending. Bones of the arms, bones of the legs sink into the earth. And the sacrum drops. As the sacrum drops, the bowl of the pelvis widens. Relax the brow. And just breathe. Allowing breath to flow. And slowly gather the hands together at the heart. Peace in my body. Peace in my breath. Peace in my mind and my emotions. Peace always in my soul. Thank you for finding your way today. Namaste.